And I want to really give you an idea of what all of this last-minute activity in swing states means on an electoral map. So let's pull that up. The states in blue generally considered safe for former Vice President Biden. The states in red generally considered safe for President Trump. Let's start with the final few stops for President Trump. Today he was in Michigan. He's going to be in Wisconsin and Minnesota. And his final few stops over the weekend include states like Pennsylvania and North Carolina and Florida. And he's even going to get all the way out in Arizona. Take a look. It does not even get him to the magic number of 270. So compare that. Let's clean up Arizona there. A little live television for you. Let's compare that to former Vice President Biden's travels, who's doing Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota today, and being joined by former President Obama in Pennsylvania and in Michigan. That does get him to 270. So a lot more work that President Trump needs to do to kind of change this electoral math.
Well, thank you very much. This is a great crowd. We have a lot of great crowds.
God love you all. Thank you for being out here today.
Today's dueling rallies across the Midwest continue to be a study in style and substance. President Donald Trump's tightly packed, mainly unmasked rally played down the pandemic and played up a promised economic recovery.
With your support, we will continue to bring back your jobs, cut your taxes, cut your regulations, support our great police.
Former Vice President Joe Biden spaced out more drive-through style rallies, spoke to the fact the country is now setting daily records for new COVID cases.
We've now hit 9 million cases nationwide, a tragic milestone. And millions of people are out of work, on the edge.
President Trump's path to victory seems more narrow and involves victories in almost every swing state, but it's certainly possible, and he's beaten the odds before, so the president is expressing confidence.
We're going to have a tremendous victory. It's going to be a victory like none other. It's the most important election of our lives.
Though it's worth wondering how much these final few events by either candidate actually matter, with many votes already cast early or by mail. Florida already hit 82% of 2016's vote count. North Carolina is at 86%, and the suddenly swing state of Texas has passed 100%. Biden acknowledged this while still imploring more of his supporters to turn out in the remaining days.
And I believe when you use your power, the power of a vote, we're going to change the course of the country and, quite frankly, the world.
Of course, the big X factor in all of those votes that have come in are the mail-in ballots. And there are some key states, especially important to President Trump, which is why we're going to highlight them in red, that count a lot of those mail-in ballots as they come in. Those include Florida, North Carolina, Ohio, and Texas. We should get let's highlight Texas, 100 electoral votes, and we should get a good read on how those states are going to break somewhere between 10 o'clock and midnight Eastern, because they're going to drop all of that data that they're collecting now after the polls close. If President Trump's not doing well here, he really doesn't have much of a chance of getting re-election. It's going to look like a really good night for former Vice President Biden.